So we've discussed the story.
Yeah.
But now I want us to take it to reality of when people are faced with this challenge. The truth is that a woman, you have responsibility, not just maybe somebody's child, but your siblings sometimes. You know, you are the what they call it, the breadwinner of the family. You're the first girl. You're successful. You know, you have a lot of money. You're taking care of your siblings, and then your parents are passed, and then your custody, and then there's a man in your life, and he's wondering, oh, this is Bukata, right, waiting for us right here. You know, and you're thinking to yourself, how do I, you know, divorce myself from these responsibilities so I can start afresh? Because we also don't want to be selfish. We don't want her to feel nobody's thinking about her own feelings about this. She also wants to start about her own happiness, her own fulfillment. At the end of the day, she has her life to live. Yeah. So yes, she has responsibilities, but somebody should come to her aid. In other climes, there will be institutions to put this kind of person in. There will be, the system can absorb people like this. Yeah. How do we systematically help people in this situation where they are taking on responsibilities that is not necessarily theirs?
Morayo, when it's the man that has those responsibilities, we don't come to him and tell him to divorce them. We don't come to him and tell him to, you don't even have the right. We don't even try, even if we have the right, we don't even try to say, you are the one taking care of your siblings, you are the first son, you have responsibilities, please, this one will just focus on this relationship and leave them. We don't. How dare you? You'll be called a wicked person, you will be called a witch, you'll be called all sorts of names. So why can't the men extend the same when it comes to the woman? Also, for me, we marry at the level of our self-esteem. So when I coach people who are getting into relationships, I always ask them, for you to attract somebody who would love you, you need to first of all learn to love yourself. Because if you do not love yourself, you are willing to compromise things that ordinarily you wouldn't want to compromise just because you want that person to love you. So there are some women who, after a certain age, a man just says hi, finally. So whatever the man says, drop your career, drop your this, drop your that, they're just doing it because they just want to go in. Finally, somebody has looked at me. A woman who understands self-worth, who has self-respect to say, I love you and I know you love me, but you can't tell me to take out pieces of me just to fit into this relationship. You find a way to love me with everything, my entire package.
Dr. Moyo, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
I mean, you cannot choose a man that chooses his convenience and comfort above you. You will always be secondary. Yeah. And I have some friends that are married, but they are not different from single women. Everything they do in that marriage, they are doing it alone. They are just married on paper and drink, but they are not different from spinsters. So you have to choose it because there are stages in marriage. The pregnancy stage, post-depression, what do they call it? A woman that gets depressed after giving birth. You will go through all these phases, and the man is not ready to be found, and he says, well, I cannot be here, Jared. My comfort is more important than being with you. He will always put you secondary. Yeah. Every other thing will be secondary to him. Your feelings will be irrelevant. Everything you do will not matter. So you have to choose a man that chooses you first.
Oh, I like that, Dr. Moyo.
Those times will come. Those uncomfortable situations will come. My parents' marriage is a perfect example. My father will leave work to come and attend to my mom when she's sick. Can that man do that for you? Those are the kind of things you should choose. Somebody that, and if you force yourself, he will definitely not love that child that you love.
When you see a woman who has what you call baggage, either in younger ones, without parents, or even parents, aged parents that she's taking care of, or even a child, like in the case in studies that we have, you see somebody who is responsible, someone who doesn't leave their problems to others, someone who don't sit, you can even study how they will deal with life issues. That's a partner that you can predict.
Yeah.
For men. And for men, I don't know why people don't understand that life is about service. So I know someone who would not take this kind of responsibilities, younger ones, you know, my sister's niece, my brother's child. I don't want people in my house. Fast forward, she's in her 50s. She's sick. And then the husband who would not support her to take those people makes a phone call to the same brother's children, sister's children, and starts to blame them that they are irresponsible children from his wife's family. All of you, your auntie is not feeling fine, and you have never been there for her. You're not responsible. And then I got the gist. I was like, Can somebody then remind him? They say, you don't need to remind him. Because if you see your life can be selfish, everybody else can be selfish. That's why we're communal as Africans.
You know, because some of us are communal in nature, does not automatically mean that everybody is and everybody should be. I think we should give people an opportunity to decide how they want to run their life. So if you get into a relationship and you see that this person has a lot of baggages and you don't want that sort of baggage in your space. It's very okay that you take a walk. You must not get into that relationship. But for you to go into that relationship and now start telling the other person to cut this out, don't do this for your brother, don't do this, I don't want anybody in my house and all of that, I think it's a manipulation and wickedness. You should be able to say, the kind of life I want to have really, I don't think having a lot of people to take care of will help me grow as fast as I want. People don't pick their families. People don't pick where they are born into. You just happen to be the first child and everybody's relying on you. It's not your fault. So you would attract somebody who sees it as, it's okay, we'll find our way. Also, it doesn't work for everybody that way, because I have some family members who have tried to help their people, and it also brought them down. So you need to decide which side of the divide do I want to be, and if you want to be the type of person who is communal, it's okay. Anybody who does not want that relationship, you just take a walk and give you space to see somebody who would be like you.
Let me take